I went for an autumn getaway to a quaint English cottage. Welcome to Green Farm. This is Green Farm, a 16th century farmhouse set on the fringe of rural Chesterfield and a stone's throw away from the Peak District. Green Farm is a beautiful, extended 6-bedroom cottage in an even more stunning setting. It has a lovely little garden surrounded by stone walls and lots of lovely flowers that are currently in bloom. But Green Farm's special little secret is that it also has a set of holiday cottages on the land so that you can enjoy this gorgeous location as well. Set back from neighbours and main roads, this gorgeous hidden gem is its own little paradise, but is also a stone's throw away from the nearest town. It's owned by the loveliest couple, and I've even had the privilege of house sitting for them before, and believe me, it was the best weekend of my life and made me realise that this is how I want to live in the future. And just far enough away from the main house so that you still get your privacy are the 3 holiday cottages. These are the gorgeous holiday cottages at Green Farm, converted from period barns. There's the pigsty, the cowshed and the tawny owl, and although beautifully refurbished inside, they retain much of their original features. This week we're staying in the cowshed, but I've also had the pleasure of staying in the pigsty, and I tell you, all of them are designed in such a loving way with so much attention to detail, so let's go and take a look. So let's have a tour around this cosy stone wall cottage. As you can see, we've obviously got a fire roaring away in the log burner. And although designed in a stylish, neutral and calming way, you can see that this cottage still retains some of its stone walls and original beams. One favourite feature of ours in this particular cottage is the stained glass of a cow, and as we're staying in the cowshed, that makes sense. Next to the kitchen, you've got a chic and stylish bathroom, again featuring stone walls and original beams, with a bath and shower. And then moving through the living space, you've got the only bedroom. This is the smallest cottage of the 3 on Green Farm, but if you stayed at the Tawny Owl or the Pigsty, there are multiple bedrooms for you and your family. Me and my mum have come to this cottage countless times over the years. I couldn't even tell you how many times we've visited. In fact, the only cottage we haven't stayed in is the Tawny Owl because it is the biggest. But we find it really affordable and it is our favourite little UK retreat. And so visiting in autumn was an absolute must for us to give us an excuse to slow down a little bit and take a step back from it all. But the highlight of these cottages is most definitely the location. And to show you what I mean, I'd like to take you on a nice little autumnal walk. As much as I absolutely love the cottages at Green Farm, it's really this that does it for me, because it's set on such a beautiful backdrop. You cannot see civilization for literally miles, and there's nothing nicer than going on a misty autumnal walk of a morning. And meeting a random gentleman who was mushroom picking that morning that also carves angels out of wood in his spare time. This is one of my favourite trails to do because it's literally on the doorstep of the cottage, and it's just such a magical wood. It's like something out of Beatrix Potter. It really is the most beautiful place, and to have it right on your doorstep, I literally come here every day. I mean, look at those There's berries. I mean, it's just so beautiful, and it really does make you feel more connected to nature, which in autumn, I'm always in a really weirdly strongly mood to get. I want to be more connected to nature all the time, but in autumn, I don't know, the urge is just so much stronger. For those of you wondering why I threw a stick into the river just then, I'm playing poo sticks, and if you've not heard of that, then have you even lived? And today, as well as enjoying soaking up nature, I also have a task at hand, and that's to make some autumn leaf bunting. Now, I first found out about autumn leaf bunting when I was writing my article Take Control with Grandma Core for the digital magazine The Vintage Collective. It's a really nice crafty thing that you can do this season, and I'm really excited to give it a go for the first time. And if anybody's interested in reading this magazine, then it's not just me in there. There are lots of writers that are helping you get connected this autumn, be more mindful, and take a step back from modern life. I'll link it below if you're interested. I would like to introduce you to my favourite babbling brook. I love sitting here and just getting away from it all. It is just so picturesque, and this is my favourite spot in the whole of the woods. Honestly, what a backdrop, and I found so many lovely leaves to come with me in my little satchel bag to go home and get crafty, before walking to the end of the wood and seeing another of nature's highlights. But before that, you know that I couldn't miss up an opportunity to get just a little bit whimsical. Seriously, if you can't just throw leaves and then twirl around in a whimsy manner, is it even autumn? And after taking a moment to drink it all in, it was time to head back and get into the Halloween spirit. I mean, it is spooky month after all. And this gave me an opportunity to pass one of the many local pubs and see even more British wildlife. And see, I wasn't lying, Green Farm is much closer to civilization than it feels. And after arriving back and being greeted as soon as I arrived, because I forgot to mention these cottages are pet friendly, it was high time to get my craft on. Honestly, I was so happy with how these turned out, and it got me thinking that I really want to get this cottage in the October mood. So I didn't stop there, and me and my mum decided that we were going to carve some pumpkins as well. But I think after all that, it's time to settle in and watch the spooky film The Bell, Book and Candle. And thank you so much for this recommendation, by the way. We thoroughly enjoyed this witchy film. And seeing as I've had quite a busy day, I think later I'll take a quick dip. Because did I forget to mention that these cottages also feature a hot tub and a pool? Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly hope this video gave you an excuse to slow down, and happy autumn.